to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. And today I just pretty much want to go into, people being possessed with demons, because demon possession is a real thing. So Lord willing, this lesson quick. Just pretty much want to go into, an account, something in my personal life. One of my relatives, was in the hospital. My sister and my grandmother went to go visit my cousin while he was in the hospital because, he has, and not to put, his or my business out there, but, my cousin has a drug addiction, and he overdosed again for a second time. And, my sister, she told me about, when she and my grandmother had went to visit him, she said she felt, like a real dark presence, like she felt that negative energy. I told him the reason, she felt that, she felt that negative energy, one, because, my cousin has demons on him. And two, she is with Tara right now, so, she has a vulnerable spirit, so she's able to pick up on, positive and negative spirits, i.e., i.e., angels and demons, she can pick up on it. But she said once she felt that negative energy, she pretty much, went back to the car. And my grandmother also told her the same thing, that, my cousin has demons on him because he has the drug addiction, and this is the second time overdosing on whatever it is he's taking, and then, he was also exposed to the truth, I told him about it, then another one of his cousins on his father's side, told him about it. He was also in a camp, but, I guess he fell out for whatever reason, but, he was still exposed to the truth. He rejected it. So, I pretty much told my sister, this is part of his judgment, to go through what he's going through, pretty much being tormented by demons. And it is a real thing because, again, he's pretty much ready to check out, He's pretty much, from the way I see it, he's trying to take himself out, which isn't, a good thing. But I'm not going to ramble. I'm pretty much going to bring out, a few scriptures. And again, Lord willing, this is edifying. This is the book of Luke, chapter 11, and I'm going to start at verse 24. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and finding none. He saith, I will return unto my house, whence I came out. And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished. Then goeth he, and taketh unto him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. And yes, that's pretty much really going into, once, you come into this truth, your house being, your body, your spirit, because like the apostles and elders said, we all had demons on us at one point in time. Those of us that are awakened to this truth, we had demons on us. And then once we were awakened, that demon was cast out. But if you fall out of this truth, you lose this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That same spirit that was on you is going to have, again, the number 7 represented completion. It could be a whole legion of demons, on you, once you pretty much lose the truth. But again, for, my cousin in this particular instance, he was exposed to the truth. I tried to let him know, but at the same time, I don't, just, oh, well, you should believe this and that, I pretty much gave him the option. I let him know he knew the truth. He rejected it. So, his house pretty much wasn't swept. It wasn't garnished, and And the demon that was on him also brought back 7 other wicked spirits. So he's pretty much in a worse state than he was, from before. But again, this isn't to, put his business out there or to shame him in any way. But again, everything, just like it says, man's goings are of the Lord. So, we only do things that, we pretty much are commanded to do, or that the Lord makes us do, because we don't do anything of our own will. That's of the Lord's will. So pretty much that's the point, that demon possession is a real thing. So again, before I close it out, and this is something I also have to remind myself, is that this is also a spiritual battle that we're fighting, because this isn't an easy thing. And I'm going to bring out the book of Hosea, Slakia. Bear with me. The book of Hosea, chapter 6. Slack, bear with me. Slakia, not Hosea, Ephesians. I'm going to start at, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and verse 12, and it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So yes, we're pretty much battling demons, in the spiritual battle. Again, the apostles and elders pretty much remind us of this. But this is, first and foremost, speaking to myself, this is something that we have to remember. And, I myself just viewing this from spiritual lenses, not just him, but, other of my family members, they have demons on them. They have heavy demons on them, because, the Lord has pretty much blinded them from receiving or getting this truth, to wake them up, to bring them out of that dead state. But, it's His will, it's the Lord's will, on whether or not, one wakes up, to the truth or not. But again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time, I say shalom.